Okay, thank you all. Thank you for joining the day two for this batch 386. Now, how we are going to start this day two? Before that, we are going to discuss about what we have discussed in the last session. In the day one, we have discussed about the introduction about Terraform. We have discussed about how we can download the Terraform exe file and how we can create a environment variable. And then we have learned about how we can download the Terraform plugins in our local machine. This is what we have discussed in the last session. In today's session, we are going to learn about how we can create a EC2 machine with the help of Terraform. But before coming to this particular topic, any question anyone have, please raise your hand. Anyone have any question? Okay. Look like no one has any questions. So let's start with the today's topic where we are going to learn about how to create EC2 machine with the help of Terraform. Now, in previous session, I have created one IAM user and we have generated an access key and secret key for that particular user. So I have again activated that particular access key again for our user. And let me go to our Terraform 386. Here we are able to see our folder. Now, to create EC2 machine, I have already given the code. This code right now I'm going to use it. How to read the code in Terraform documentations, we are going to learn from the next session, not from the today's session. We are not going to discuss anything about documentation. Terraform documentation, we are going to start from the tomorrow session. Right now, we're just going to discuss how to create EC2 machine and some small things we are going to discuss. Now, so here I have already given the code how to create an EC2 machine. In previous session, we have discussed it. Terraform file always having the extension with .tf. That's what we are able to see here. The extension we have given as .tf. And what is the file name? Create -ec2. File name can be any name. Till that time, I'm not going to inform you. File names can be any name. Now, let's open this file. Now, here we are creating a EC2 machine. Whenever we have to create EC2 machine by using our AWS console, we have to give lot of things. But here I'm just giving only two things. One is AMI, other one is instance type. I'm not giving any other details. Why? Because as per Terraform, those things are not mandatory to give. We have to just give only few details to create our machine. Other things are not mandatory. When we are going to see the Terraform documentation, you will see there they have mentioned it. Whatever the things are mandatory, they have mentioned as required. If it's not mentioned as required, it means that particular thing is not mandatory to create our resource. Now, so how Terraform documentation, Terraform codes we have to write? Always Terraform codes are starting by using a word called resource. And then here I have given AWS underscore instance. What is this AWS underscore instance? AWS underscore instance is called as resource type. Resource type is different for every different AWS service. For every different AWS service, we have a separate resource type. Who created this resource type? Terraform has created this resource type. Can I give something else here other than AWS underscore instance? Answer is no. By using this resource type, Terraform will identify that we are going to create EC2 machine. So AWS underscore instance is a resource type given by the Terraform to us, and with the help of this resource type, they are going to identify we are going to create EC2 machine. And then we have given here as EC2. So first thing we have given it is resource type, that is AWS underscore instance. And then we have given EC2. Now what is this EC2? EC2 is the local name of my EC2 machine. This is not the name which is going to store in AWS. Like whenever we are creating our EC2 machine, we have to give the name. When we are trying to create an EC2 machine by using console, what's the first thing we can give it? Name. Name is actually a tag for our EC2 machine. This name. But the name which I am giving right now, local name to our EC2 machine. And local name is not going to store anywhere in AWS cloud. This local name you will not find anywhere in AWS cloud. This local name is going to store in Terraform. So with the help of this local name, Terraform is going to identify this particular EC2 machine which we are going to create right now. So this is the resource type. This is the local name we have given it. And then here we have given the AMI, and here we have given the instance type. Now, to create this EC2 machine, we have to do some changes here. We have to change the AMI. Because the AMI which we are using right now, this is the old AMI we have. We need to have the new AMI. So let me just go to my AWS and go to AMI. Oh, sorry, not AMI, AMI catalog. Now here, whatever the AMI we have to get, just note down that AMI ID. I'm going to go with this AMI ID. So you all have to change the AMI ID, whichever you want to use. And even the AMI ID I'm giving, this is for Mumbai region. If you are using any other region, you have to give that particular AMI. So we have given our AMI to create our EC2 machine. Now, here we have AMI, here we have instance type. What are these things we call it? These things are called as arguments. Whatever you find on the left hand side, whenever we are trying to create, so this is resource type, this is local name, and these are called as arguments on left hand side. EMI, instance type, whatever we are getting on the left hand side, not just in this specific resource type, in any of the resource type. You're trying to create EC2 machine, you're trying to create Elastic IP, VPC, S3, anything, whichever we are getting on the left hand side, all things are called as arguments. And these are the value of our arguments which we have given, and we have to give in the double quotes. All the values we have to give in the double quotes. With the help of these arguments, we get information which thing we have to provide, which thing we don't have to provide. If it's optional, it's not mandatory to provide. If it's going to mention in Terraform documentation about that argument required, it means it is mandatory. You will see those things in our upcoming session when we are going to see the Terraform documentation. Now we have given the AMI also, we have given the instance type. Now what we have to do? Now we have to create the resource. I'm enabling the chat box. Anyone can tell me which command I have to execute first to create the EC2 machine. We have discussed 4 commands in the last session: Terraform init, Terraform plan, Terraform apply, Terraform destroy. Which command I have to execute? Please confirm in the chat box. Chat box is enabled. Don't raise your hand for these questions. Okay. If you might be remember in previous session, we got this folder and we got this file. How we got this folder and this file? This file and this directory and file we got because we have run a command called Terraform init. So Terraform init, we don't have to execute multiple times. Terraform init command, we have to only execute one time. If I'm using the same folder, I don't need to run Terraform init command again and again. Yeah, if I'm going to create one more folder, let's say example, I created one more XYZ folder. If I'm going to create one more folder, in that folder, I have to provide my provider file. And then I have to run Terraform init command again to get those plugins. But right now, I already have the plugins which we have downloaded in the yesterday session. So we don't need to execute again Terraform init. Yeah, I can do that. But if you got a new version for your provider, if you got a new version for your provider, then yes, you have to run again. But this is the file which we have created yesterday. So I don't think so. We got a new version of our provider. So we don't need to execute Terraform init again. We have already done in the yesterday session. So which command we have to execute? Terraform plan. Terraform plan. Now we have run the Terraform plan command. Now what will happen? System will create a plan and now we can read everything whatever they have given it. See here we are getting AMI, we have given it instance type, we are getting everything. It's showing us as known after apply. They're only this thing they have given true. Here also we have false, but other things they are giving known after apply. Apply means once we create the Terraform apply, then they are giving those details to us. And here they have given plan 1 to add, 0 to change, 0 to destroy. And here they have mentioned it. Now we have to execute Terraform apply command. And we are creating a resource. That's why they have given it 1. And how many EC2 machine I'm creating? Only 1. So they have given us 1. We are not doing any changes in existing resource. We are not deleting any resource. So that's why they have given us 0, 0. Now, in Terraform, you will find 3 signs: plus, minus, tilt. If you see plus sign, it means we are creating a resource. If you see minus sign, it means we are deleting a resource, destroying a resource. If you see tilt sign, it means we are doing changes in our existing resource. Like I'm changing a security group of my EC2 machine, or I'm changing some rules in a security group. So whenever we are doing some changes, then you will see this sign. But right now, which sign you are able to see here? Plus sign. And even if I scroll on top, Here also they have mentioned. Plus they have mentioned it. It means they are creating a new resource. So wherever you see this plus sign, it means we are creating a resource. Minus, destroying. Tilde, we are doing some changes in our existing resource. So now our plan is ready. Now we have to execute this plan. So use Terraform, apply. Now once we apply this particular plan, after apply, what we have to do? We have to give approval. They will ask for approval. And for approval, only yes will be accepted to approve. So now once we apply this plan, again we are able to read the same details. Want to add. So just give as yes, enter. Now when I give yes, now they start creating our EC2 machine. Done. 1 to add, 0 to change, 0 to destroy. Let's check our AWS console also. Here in North Virginia region. By you can see here we are getting the EC2 machine. And do we get any name here? No, we didn't provide any name. The name which I have given it, that's a local name, not the name which is going to store in AWS. So that's what we are able to see here. Now, any question anyone have, please let me know. Yes, Sushil.
Ankit, when you execute Terraform plan or Terraform apply, how it is recognizing the T files? Which it is a single file, how it is recognized?
If you have, let's take example, you have 10 files. Out of those 10 files, your 5 are old file.
Yeah.
Old file means from those files, you already have created the resources. They are going to check those files also. From those files, you have created the resources or not. If the resources are already created, they will not touch those files. Whatever the new files you have given, they will only create. That's why the local name is important. That's why I'm saying local name. Local name is important. With the local name, they will identify that particular resource is already created. And you can't use multiple times same local name.
So if same file, the TF file, I'll do one more copy of the with the same name with
That's what I'm
underscore.
saying. You can't use same local name. If you are going to use, they are not going to create that resource. You can't use same local name. Local name is important. With that local name, they are going to identify that specific resource.
Okay.
Local name is important in Terraform. In one single local name, only one resource is going to be stored. If now a question is coming, definitely coming, how you can create multiple resources? For multiple resources, they are using index key. In one single local name, you can create multiple resources. But if you're creating a multiple resources, they are using an option called index key. So those things we are going to learn in upcoming session. Right now, if you are giving your code multiple times with same local name
Mm,
like this,
mm.
they will not create your resource. You will get error message here.
Okay, got
But
it.
if you want to create multiple resources, we have options. We can create that in same local name, but with different ways. Those things you will learn in upcoming sessions. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone have any more question? Okay. No questions? Okay, someone has question. Yeah. Yes, Atul, you have raised your hand.
Uh, yeah, Ankit. So suppose if we created three machines with the same local name, right? So later on, if we want to make changes in any one of the machine, how to differentiate?
So that's what I used just few minutes before, one terminology called index key they are using.
Okay,
So
okay,
right now they are not generating index key because right now we are creating one machine. And to generate multiple machines, we have to use an option called count. So those things you have to wait, Atul, to learn in upcoming session. Now, when you're using a count option, where we can see that index key, for which machine you have to do changes, how to use that
okay,
index key, we are going to learn in upcoming sessions.
okay. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone have any more question? Okay. Now, next thing is how we can give comments in our Terraform files. If you want to give any comments, comments are very important whenever we are writing any code. Comments are always important. Why we were using comments? For our reference purposes. So you don't need to read the all code. If you have given some comments, by reading that comments, a person can identify what he will see in that particular file we have it. So to give the comments in Terraform, there are total three options we have. First option is you can use hash. If you have a single line comment, you can use this one. To use single line comments, we have an alternative of hash is 2 times slash. You can use this also if you want to give single line comment. But if you have multi-line comments, multiple lines if you have it, then you can use these options. Under these symbols, in between, you can rewrite your multiple lines. Even if you see here, the code which I have written here, the code which I have used right now, here also I have used one single line. It's not mandatory to give comments, but it is always recommended. So whenever you're writing any code, if you give comment in future, whenever you want to see that file, might be you don't remember what you have written in that code. You are going to see might be see that file after 1 year. It's not possible. Might be you remember after 1 year what you have done that in that file. But if you have given comments or any other person I give that comment, without reading your all code, you can identify what is there in that particular file. Might be you are not writing the all thing, but little bit of comments if you have given it, still at some level you can identify what is there in that particular Terraform file. So to give the comments, there are total three options. It's up to you which option you want to use to give the comments in your file. In most of the cases, if you have single line, we go with this hash one. If you have a multi-line, then definitely we have to use this third option. Now, now we have already created our EC2 machine. I don't need this EC2 machine anymore. So what we have to do now? We have to delete this particular EC2 machine. How we can delete that EC2 machine? By using a command called terraform destroy. We have discussed it. Command terraform init, terraform plan, terraform apply, and now we are going to see fourth command, terraform destroy. And even when we are giving terraform destroy, we have to give the approval as yes. Other than yes, if you are giving any other word, that is going to considered as no. So right now you have seen this creation of resources also, deletion also you see, you have seen it. In our upcoming session, we are going to see how we can modify our resources also. So that time you will see the third sign also when we are going to learn about the modifications. Some more time. Done. Now you can see here, we are destroying a resource. 1 to destroy. 0 to add, 0 to change, 1 to destroy. And here we can see all the details, whatever the details about our EC2 machine, I can see here. What's their running state, what's the type, ID of my EC2 machine, which availability zone, which AMI, ARN, everything we can see here. Now just type as yes, enter. And now system is going to destroy this EC2 machine. So this is how you can destroy your resource once you complete the practice. Now, if you have multiple resources, out of those multiple resources, if you want to delete a specific resource, how you can delete a specific resource, those also we are going to learn in our upcoming session. But if you run just Terraform destroy, let's take example, right now I have created 10 resources. And I just use Terraform destroy command. What will happen? They will delete all the 10 resources whichever we have created by using our Terraform. Because we are just using Terraform destroy. You don't want to delete all 10, you just want to delete only one. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. So in our upcoming sessions, we are going to learn about how we can delete a specific resource. If we have multiple, you can delete a specific resource by using Terraform also. We'll learn that also. But before moving forward, anyone wants to ask any question, please let me know. Then we are going to see some more things. Okay. I have told you in this training, we are learning about AWS, but there is one example I'm going to show you about Git also. What is this example? In this example, we are going to learn about how to create Git repository by using Terraform. One of their provider is Git also. So that's only one example we have in this complete batch where we are learning about how we can create Git repository by using Terraform. Now to create a Git repository by using Terraform, first of all, what I need to do is let me create a quickly new folder, Git re86. Now the first thing is I need to provide the provider file here because in previous session we have give the provider file of AWS. In today's session we are providing the provider file of Git. But before that we have to generate a token. Like for AWS we have given access key and secret key. Same way for Git we need to generate a token. So let me go to my account. Now I am in my GitHub account. Click on your username, right hand side. Go to settings. Scroll down again. Go to developer settings. Click on personal access tokens. Click on tokens. You are able to see one of the token which is going to expire today. I'm going to delete this one. I don't need anymore. Now generate new token, classic. Give your password. Done. Now give the token name. Token name I'll give as token 386. And when you want the token to get expire or you don't want to get expire, it's up to you. I just give us 7 days. So on 29th of January, this token is going to expire. And which permission you want to provide, that is up to you. Whichever the permission you want to provide, you have to just check the checkbox. I'm just giving it this permission and I'm giving it delete repo permission. So with this, I'm giving only create and delete permission to my token. If you want to give some other permission, you can give as per your own requirement. Right now, we just need create and delete permission. Generate token. Here we got the token and I'm going to note down this token. Then now we need the provider details. So here I've given the Terraform documentation, which we can get the provider details from here also. You will get from here also, or I have given that particular link which I can get from here. My Google Drive link also I have given it. So I can just download this directly file also. But in this file, we have to do some changes. First of all, in this file, the file which I have given it, the version is 5.0. But what is the current version? 6.0. So change the version to 6. Second thing, we have to change this token. This is the old token. Give the new token. You have to give your token. Control S. Done. Once I click on Control S, they have generated a backup file which we don't need. Delete the backup. Now I'm going to enable the chat box. Please let me know which command we have to execute now to get the plugins. Correct. I got the correct answers. Yes, we have to use Terraform init command to get the plugins. Then we got the plugins. Here we are getting. Now we have to create the repository. Now I'm going to ask few questions also. If you are able to give the answer of those questions, it will be really good. I'm again going to enable the chat box. Now, what is this? GitHub underscore repository. What is this, guys? Okay, I got few answers. Few are correct, few are incorrect. Don't worry. If it's incorrect, don't worry. I will give you the correct answer again. Okay. This is called as resource type. You can see here on left hand side resource is there. So this is called as resource type. With the help of resource type, system is going to create our resource. Whenever we want to create any new resource in Terraform, sorry, not in Terraform, by using Terraform, we have to use resource type. And wherever the resource is given, just remember with the word resource. So on the left hand side, resource is given. So this is called as resource type. Not just for Azure, not for AWS, for Google, for every single Terraform code, for any of the provider. If you see a word resource on left hand side, here it's always going to be a resource type. Now what are this repos? Correct. All the answers, whichever I got, all are correct. It's really good. This is local name. This is local name. Local name which is going to store in Terraform. Now, even in this example, I'm going to show you where actually we can see this local name in Terraform also. In previous example, I didn't show you. In this example, I'm going to show you where we can see that local name in Terraform. Now, what is this? Name, description, visibility. What is this? Really appreciate. I'm really happy I'm getting a correct answer for this also. These are argument. These are arguments. So whatever you see on the left hand side, these are arguments. Under resource type, whatever you are going to see on the left hand side, these are arguments. Arguments is going to help us to create resource. So here we have resource type, here we have local name, and here we have argument. And this is the name of my repository. This name you will see in GitHub. So let me just give something else name. 386 git. Description, visibility, I'm giving private. We can create two type of repository, public or private. I'm creating a private one. Control S. Now see the screen right now. How many files we have or directory? One directory, 3 files I have it. Now why I'm saying right now, check how many files we have or directory, because once we run Terraform apply command, system will create one more file here right now. So use Terraform plan first. Done. Our plan is ready. Now we have to use Terraform apply. Give the approval as yes. Now they start creating our repository. Done. Refresh. What is the name of my repository? Terra 386 Git. Terra 386 Git. Here it is. Here I'm getting. Here I'm able to see that particular repository which is created by using Terraform. Now, coming to my question which I was asking, where we can see the local name. Can we see that local name here? The local name which I have given repos. Are we able to see that local name here anywhere? No, we can't see local name anywhere in AWS. You will not see anywhere in GitHub. So where we can see that local name? Now go to your folder. Now if you see here, system has created one more file here. And what's the name of that file? The name of the file is terraform.tfstate. Extension of that particular file is tfstate. Terraform.tfstate. This file is very, very important for us. Why this file is very important? Whatever the resources, whichever we are going to create with the help of Terraform, all the Terraform resources, whichever we are going to create with Terraform, all the resources details are going to store in this file. So whatever the resources we are going to create with the help of Terraform, all the resources details are going to store in this file. And if you see here, here we have a name. This is the local name. This is the resource type we are able to see here. This is the name of my repository which we have given there. Same thing if I'm going to open in AWS also. Here also we have a file. But here we have a one more file, terraform.tst.backup. We will discuss about that file also in few minutes. Here also, I'm not going to open this file. There's a reason I'm not opening right now this file. Because if I open this file in AWS, it's empty file right now. Why? We'll discuss it in few minutes. So whatever the resources you are going to create by using Terraform, all the details about that particular resource you will find here. And here you can see each and every single thing about that particular resource. Now let's do one thing for better understanding. Let me open a new command prompt. Let me create an EC2 machine also so you guys can easily understand. I'm going to delete this tfstate backup file right now. So I'll explain when I'm explaining, then I'm going to create that file. Terraform plan. Done. Plan is ready. Let's apply the plan. Terraform. Apply. Yes, Ravish, you can unmute first.
Yeah,
Ravish, you
hello.
can unmute. Ravish, when I'm
Yeah,
teaching a topic, I can't give you a chance to unmute yourself. I'm teaching a topic. Once I complete the topic, then I'll give you a chance to speak. You are raising
sure,
your
sure.
hand, lowering down your hand. It's interrupting me. So have some patience. I'll give you a chance once I complete the topic. So I can easily give you the answer of your questions. Please wait. Okay, so let me just click on yes. Fine. Done. Now let's open our tfstate file. I don't need a backup file right now. They're again created. Now see here. Here I'm getting that particular EC2 machine. Local name, type, I'm getting it, ARN, AMI, all the detail about that EC2 machine. I can see ID of that EC2 machine, instance type, state. I can see here what is their shutdown behavior. I can see here auto recovery is default enabled, private IP, public IP, volume details, security group, they have used a default one. What's the ID of that security group? Each and every single detail about our resource we can see in terraform.ts state file. So if you are going to create any resource by using Terraform, that particular resource details you will see in terraform.tf state file. So that's why terraform.ts state file is really important for us. In that one, you will see all that particular resources details. But if you delete that particular resource, then let's example, I'm going to delete this repository. I'm going to delete this EC2 machine now. Where those details are going to be moved? Are those details are going to keep in that file? No. They will remove the details from this specific file, and then they are going to create one more file. What will be the name of that file? Terraform.tst.backup. The file which you are able to see few minutes before. In that file, they will move the details from this file to that file. So all the active state, whatever your resources, whichever is in the running state right now, or whichever you have right now, it's available in your account, you will see that particular resource details. But once they delete it, they are going to remove those details from this file and move to the backup file. So let's delete our repository. Now, if I'm going to use Terraform destroy, how many repository I have? Only one. They are going to delete that particular repository. See, one. I'm giving no. Destroy cancelled. Let's take example here. I have 10 repository. I don't, out of those 10 repository, I want to delete that specific repository. I have created 10 repository by using Terraform. Now I want to delete that specific repository. How we can do that? By using Terraform destroy command, we can do that. But in Terraform destroy, we have to give the target. We have to give the target. So Terraform destroy hyphen target resource type dot local name. So whatever in that local name, the resources which is getting stored, that particular resource they are going to destroy. You have created 10 different repositories with different local names. So whatever the local name you are giving here, that specific repository they are going to destroy. They are not going to destroy any other repository here because you have specifying the resource type dot local. Let's example about AWS. In AWS, you have created EC2, S3, VPC, Elastic IP. You have created. So you are giving a specific resource type. So they will go for that specific resource type. And then you have given a local name also. So first they go for the specific resource type, and then they will find that specific local name, that specific resource, whichever you have given in your target, they are going to delete that particular resource. Right now we have only one. So use Terraform destroy, or you are going to use Terraform destroy target. They are going to delete that specific resource. Now give us yes, they are destroying. Now go to our folder. Now you can see here, I got a terraform.ts state file. Now they're asking me to reload. You can see all that resource details are removed from here. Let's open terraform.tst.backup. Here we can see those details. So if you're going to destroy that resource, the details are automatically going to move from tstate to tstate.backup file. Now, let's take example. Again, I'm going to create a resource with the same local name. Then what will happen? They will move these details from backup file to tf state file. If you are creating a resource again with the same name, they will move the details back to your tf state to backup to tf state file. So if you are deleting any resource, they will keep those details for us. Also, if you want to see, you will get those details also. So this is how you can destroy your specific file, and this is the importance of Terraform tstate and tstate.backup file. Now, anyone have any question, you can please raise your hand now. Yes, Ravish, you can ask your question now. You are not raising hand now.
Yeah, my question was like once we run the Terraform plan, can we verify the configuration beforehand? Means will not directly will apply, so it might cause problem. Can we verify all those things like syntax, anything else in the file? Can we do that?
We have Terraform commands we are going to learn in upcoming session. We can verify a syntax command. We have commands.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, we'll learn that in upcoming session.
And one more question is like we are maintaining the state of all the infra in tf dot state file.
Correct.
Do we what we do in case of using Terraform Enterprise?
Terraform state file is actually not going to store in your local machines in organizations. It is going to store in S3 buckets. So Terraform state file is very important for us because in this it is going to store you're using enterprise or you're using a Terraform. Terraform state file, in that one it's going to show every single resource details. And you
But
don't
in
have to.
terms, yeah, actually in terms of we are using Terraform Enterprise, do we maintain the Terraform state file?
In S3 buckets.
Okay, in case of Terraform Enterprise as well.
In S3 buckets, Ravish, it's in Terraform. It's same. Terraform is
Okay.
same. It's going
Okay.
to
Okay.
automatically going to upload in S3 bucket. You are not going to manually upload in S3 bucket. We have options we are
Mhm.
going to learn in upcoming session. It automatically going to create in S3 bucket. You're not doing anything manually there. You have to
Okay,
just
got
give
it.
some details. What are the details we'll learn in upcoming sessions.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Anyone have any more question? Because today is the last demo session. From tomorrow only paid candidates can join the training, and so before tomorrow's session you all will get a new link. So make sure you are going to complete your payment on time, so you will get a link on time. If you are going to complete payment few minutes before, so might be it will delay of you getting the Zoom link. So please make sure, if you are interested, please make sure you are going to complete payment on time. So my team have few minutes to give you the Zoom link. So on this spot might be, if you're going to say, it will might be a delay for few minutes. So before tomorrow's session, make sure you're going to complete payment on time. So before tomorrow's session, you will get a Zoom link. Anyone have any question, please let me know, or we can end the session here. So we have discussed about how to create Git repository also. We have discussed about state file. If from tomorrow's session, we are going to start from PPT number 8. Anyone have any question? Okay. No one is raising hand, so no one has any question. Thank you all. Thank you for joining today's session. See you tomorrow. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.